I really do hate lesbians. I'll get right to this story and then I'll give you my viewpoint on things. I got off of work and immediately went to the gas station. And I pulled up, and soon enough, a car pulls up and it has two females in it. Now, the problem with lesbians is that they basically walk around with what they think is the prize. And they put their lesbian girlfriends within situations that will make them be attracted towards the male, or a situation where a male will say something. So then, what happened was the less dominating, more feminized female walked inside of the gas station and wearing provocative clothing or whatnot, going into the what I like to call the danger zone, where any male says anything, it will be subjected to punishment. She walks back out, and the more dominating female now has less of a butt, but still wearing the provocative clothing. All of this is a game to them, by the way. Gets out of the car, and apparently the one that walked in was on the phone with the more dominating one. So, as the dominating one is out of the car, she says, "Yeah, he tried to talk to my girlfriend." Yeah, that's my woman. That's my girl. You can't talk to her or nothing like that. And she's arching her back like a man, but with provocative clothing, and talking loud to somehow get my attention. Somehow get my attention. So I walk in and I get my gas, and sure enough, the more dominant female now is on the passenger side and only talking loudly when I'm approaching about her business or what she's about to do, and a whole bunch of girls this, girl that coming out of her mouth. And more cars pull into this ghetto gas station. This is just a ghetto gas station where you can pick up hoes and prostitutes if they're available. I mean, that's just basically what it is. And it's just amazing to me that the lesbians use their sexuality to then cause a confrontation because they're absolutely bored in life. Lesbians are truly bored in life. They have no real meaning to life whatsoever. When a person gets to being a lesbian or gay or whatnot, and they weren't that way before, what you have here is a confused person. This person is so confused and so just really destroyed in the brain that they really believe that this thing we call life should be taken for granted. And instead of trying to enhance life, let's see how much we can disrupt it. Let's see how much we can make someone feel uncomfortable within any given moment. I truly despise lesbians because it's like they're trying to dangle the cheese, but the cheese is molded and rotten. And it's not the fact that they're dangling the cheese, because I don't want the cheese anyways. Most lesbians prostitute themselves. I mean, it's a fact. The main reason why they're doing the lesbian thing is because they don't want to be tied down with one man. And as a collective, they want to be able to talk about the many penises that they have engulfed inside of their vagina. All right? But the problem with it is that it is trifling cheese that they are trying to make seem like it is something more than what it is. When you take off that skirt and that foul smelling cat approaches your nose and they go down on that, I know that they are pissed off at that. So they know that what their product is very bad, but they know the outside shell looks kind of good. So what they do is, out of the boredom, they don't want males to actually see the disgusting filth that is within this nasty cottage cheese. They don't want men to see that. So what they do is they have to have some sort of fun. They can't just sit there at home and do nothing. So with the little $2 in gas they have after, getting used up by men probably for $20, they go around the gas stations. And so they look for the next simp, the next average male, which was really awesome by this YouTuber because he made it true that the guys who are your $20,000 guys or less or working at a grocery store or whatnot, and not really meaning working at a grocery store, but making those wages are the ones who fuel this simping type of knowledge. This simping, it fuels the agenda for these women. Without these males, these females out here they wouldn't even probably wear provocative clothing because they would know it would get them even more negative attention. But they're wearing these clothing for the dumb, simple, down males. See, within every 5 male, there's 3 to 4 dumbass dude who's never had pussy before willing to do anything to get it. Now, how I see it is that in the future, as this becomes worldly populated, because I realized something about America is that we study things, we break it down, and we make it a massively known thing. So when it becomes massively known that the jig's up, we know that you lesbians really want men, but you can't because what you have to provide is totally trashed out and used out. That the only thing left of you is just the illusion that what you have is good. My dear friend lesbians, you are just 2 pieces of paper rubbing against each other. There's no type of action really going on. And please believe, to any lesbian listening to this, we are not jealous. We clap. We clap when we see that you have taken down one more stupid ass female less for us to even have to look at. I applaud you. I see old ass lesbians all the time, and there's always a dominant one, which it doesn't make any sense. If a female wants to get dominated, why doesn't she just get a man instead of a woman with a dildo? Like when you walk around the streets, how can a female feel comfortable proclaiming that she is in a loving relationship with someone who really can't connect with her? They can only connect with their hands or with a dildo or with a finger, but there's really actually no connection. So the joke's on them. They don't understand that we're laughing so terribly hard inside that it's almost sad that you can't see it. So we actually kind of get upset that you can't see it. We're not upset about one less woman to deal with. No, all your pussies are the same. You can kick rocks, ladies. But what I'm saying is that we're upset that you think we want you. You think we want you. But the more and more you, as a collective, the more and more you're damaging in it for the next woman. I mean, obviously you women don't give a fuck because you're already tarnished goods. But in reality, the more and more as these days go by, there's going to be a big separation of the dumb thought hoes between the good women. You're just going to see it. It's just going to be apparent and knowledgeable, and you're going to be able to see it and walk away. So if you are alone, don't worry about it. You need to act your same way. Become vulnerable to the female who actually is worthy and see how it goes. But for these lesbian females, we're not jealous of you. We actually are laughing very hard inside because it's like 2 little kids trying to, for the first time, kiss. and not really doing it right. Peace.